Good morning, students. So today's topics I want to discuss that is about the gymnosperms. In the name itself, gymnosperms, which tells us that the naked seeds, the seeds which are present, which are exposed out, in which the ovules are not covered with any ovary wall. And also in the gymnosperms, we can see medium, tall, and shrubs leaves types of plants also can be found in the gymnosperms. So coming to the root system in gymnosperms, the root system in gymnosperms is the taproot system. It might varies from plant to plant. So some of the plants in gymnosperms are associated with a fungus, that is the mycorrhiza. And in some of the roots, which are keraloid types of roots, are present. Then coming to the stem. The stems in gymnosperms either are unbranched or branched. Unbranched type of stem which is present in the cycas, and the branched type which is present in the pinus. And coming to the leaves, which plays very important role in gymnosperms, in which they can standardize or they can withstand even at the high temperature, humidity, and the coolness also. The cuticulin stomata, which are present on the leaves, which are able to survive or which are able to withstand all these type of weather conditions. And also the coniferous needle-like leaves, which will help to expose or which are able to separate into the spaces on the leaves. So these are the two examples where we can see the gymnosperms, and it is found in the college, in our college area. This is cycas, where you can see in your college campus, and even this is the pinus, also is found in our college campus. So these are the two examples of gymnosperms. Of course we have many, but the plants which we can find in our college campus is cycas and pinus. And not typically the stem is used still, and the vascular bundles are of conjoint, collateral and open, and vessels which are absent in xylem, and companion cells which are absent in phloem. Secondary growth is found in both the stems and roots. And gymnosperms usually are heterospory. Already we have discussed this. Heterospory is nothing but the two types of spores which are present in the gymnosperms. That is, both the micro and the megaspores are present in this. And these two kinds of spores which are produced in sporangia, they are borne on sporophylls. So this together which form on strobilus, that is the microsporangia and the microsporophylls together on strobilus form microsporangiata or megaspores or male spores. Now these microspores which are developed into the male gametophyte, which will be reduced and is confined to a only limited number of cells. Now these reduced cells, the gametophyte, is called as the pollen grains. Now this developed pollen grains which takes place within the microsporangia. The cones bearing megasporophylls with ovules or integuments or megasporangia are called macrosporangiate or female strobili. Similar to the same as in the flower. So the microsporophylls or megasporophylls may be born on the same tree, that is we can see in the pinus, or in different trees, that is in the cycas. Now this is the megaspore mother cell. I have told you earlier, these pollen grains which are from this mother cell, okay, that is the pollen grains from the mother cell. The megaspore mother cell is differentiated into the one of the cells of the nucleus. Okay, the nucleus is protected by the envelopes. For example, when we take one of the cell into the nucleus, and now this is protected by the envelope or integuments. This is called as envelope or integuments, and this is the nucleus, and this is the composite structure. We can say this is the ovule. Now this mega mother spore or this megaspore mother cell will divide mitotically to form into 4 cells. Okay, now this megaspore will divide mitotically to form 4 cells. Okay, so one of the megaspore enclosed within the megasporangium develops into the multicellular female gametophyte. And that bears 2 or more archegonia or female sex organs. The multicellular female gametophyte is retained within the megasporangium and is called endosperms. Okay, I repeat again. So the megaspore mother cell divides mitotically to form 4 megaspores. This is one megaspore, this is one megaspore, and this is one megaspore, this is one megaspore. Okay, now which is divided mitotically to form, this is nucleus. So one of the megaspores enclosed within the megasporangium develops into multicellular female gametophyte. That bears 2 or more female sex organs. So this will bear female sex organs. The multicellular female gametophyte is retained within the megasporangium and is called the endosperm. So now this is being called as endosperm. You see this reproductive cycle or the type of reproduction. Unlike bryophytes and pteridophytes, gymnosperms, which have the male and the female gametophytes which are not independent, but independently they do not occur in a free living existence. They remain always with the sporangia which are retained on the sporophytes. Now these pollen grains are released from the microsporangium. The pollination is direct, that is called as anemophilous. So anemophilous is nothing but when the pollen grain is released from the microsporangia, the pollination will be directly. So that is called anemophilous. Now they are carried by the air currents and they come in contact with the opening of the ovules, born megasporophylls. Now this pollen tube which is carrying the male gametes, which grows towards the archegonia in the ovules and discharges the contents near the mouth of the archegonia, which is called as Syphnogamus oogami. So when the male megaspores, which are being also called megasporophylls, which are carried out by the pollen tube, which are carried directly into the mouth of the archegonia, that is nothing but the female or female megaspores or female spores. So when male gametes which are carried towards the archegonia, which is nothing but the female gametes near the mouth, and that is called Syphnogamus oogami. Usually cycles shows both the Syphnogamy and zooidogamy because male gametes are multicellular but carried by the pollen tube. In other words, the male gametes are non-motile, zygote develops into an embryo and the ovules into seeds. These seeds are naked and not covered by the fruit wall. Now this is the special character what we see in the gymnosperms. Okay, cycles shows both the Syphnogamy and zooidogamy what we have seen in the pteridophytes and the bryophytes reproduction system. So now these gametes are being carried out by the pollen tube. Okay, and also we can understand here the gametes are non-motile. Now the zygote develops into an embryo and the ovules into the seeds. Now these seeds which are naked and not covered by the fruit wall. In addition to the multicellular male gametes, cycles shows some other fern characters like silcinate venation of young leaves. So this is one type of venation found in the leaves, presence of ramenta and presence of archegonia. So basing on this, gymnosperms are divided into 3 classes like Pseudopsida and Coniferopsida and Netopsida, which is seen in Cycas, Pinus and Neta. This is about the gymnosperms.